Well, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to put your seatbelts on for this one. Put your puppers on a leash, and I mean, holy smokers, it ain't no dang joke, 'cause you know what they say, right? If it's Boeing, I'm not going, okay? Simple as that. If it's Boeing, I'm not going. Nothing complicated, simple as that. But I got a bunch of video clips that I'm gonna share with you because, yeah, we had the Toronto plane crash happen the other day, but guess what? We got 2 more. Oh, shit. Yeah, we got 2 more situations. I got a bunch of video clips that I'm gonna share with you in this one. If you're new here, you do not have to like the video, you do not have to subscribe, none of that. I post random stuff. But before I show you guys like a bunch of these video clips here, I want to touch on this one real quick because after this plane crash in Toronto, crash landed, thankfully everybody survived, but it was horrifying, right? Plane landed upside down. You cannot make this up, right? And quickly after, rumors started swirling around that it was a brand new female pilot, part of the DEI initiative that Delta Airline had. Now these are rumors. We do not know who was flying the plane, at least as of now, or maybe we have the answers when you're watching this video in 2050. Maybe by that time we have the answers, okay? Yeah. But so far we do not know, right? But it was said that it was because of the brand new female pilots. And listen, man, females can fly the planes, females can drive cars. That's not the issue, and that's not what we're talking about. But with Delta Airline, they were really boasting when you have an unmanned flight crew. So Reddit detectives, Twitter detectives, they started going in gang, and yeah, we then started having like these videos of the females being strong, independent, and in this instance you got like a couple of female pilots showing their BBL progress and all that. Bruh. I'm like, what are we talking about, homie? Listen, yeah, you getting BBL, that's cool and all. Having unmanned flight crew, I get it, Holmes, I get it, but we're talking about the passengers here. We talking about the passengers. Would you feel comfortable flying on a plane with brand new pilots, brand new female pilots that are busy making TikTok videos? Bruh. They're busy making TikTok videos showing their BBL progress and all that. All I'm saying here is that, bro, if you do not land the planes, the flight safely, you won't be able to show your BBL progress to anybody. Delta got this all wrong, bruh. Like, y'all suckers got this wrong, bruh. I'm all up for the BBL, don't get me wrong, but like, come on, man. I'm not, but like, I mean, natural is beautiful. I'm all up for natural, man. That's the man I am. But first of all, I want to show you guys this video. So we got the FedEx plane almost crash lands. I mean, it catches fire midair. Roll it.
Fox News team, you can see there, it was provided via Storyful as well. Watch as a FedEx cargo plane made an emergency landing at Newark Airport in New Jersey this morning after a bird strike caused one of its engines to catch fire. That is according to an airport official. Now, New Jersey has been a hotspot for UFO activity, drones activity, and all that. I hope that bird was safe. I hope that bird made a safe landing. I hope that bird is safe, man. You know. Video shows the plane banking right when it lets off a large plume of smoke as fire appears from the right engine. Again, you are seeing it there on your screen, provided by Fox News and by Storyful. Eyewitnesses said that they heard a loud explosion, while another can be heard in one of the videos frantically yelling, quote, "Oh my God, oh my God." Again, that is a quote from one of those videos. Now, in another video, the FedEx...
Yeah, somebody's package is definitely going to be delayed. And you know what? I mean, guys, listen, man, got to be positive here. At least, yeah, at least you're going to get your package, right? Yeah. Maybe it's not going to be today, maybe it's not going to be tomorrow, but at least you're going to get it. Come on, guys, like...
Cargo plane can be seen landing safely while its engine is still in flames. There were no reported injuries, and the plane did touch down around 8:07 a.m. local time. It's unclear how many people were on board at the time, and air traffic was briefly halted as a precaution at the airport, but operations have since resumed. That is what we are told from airport officials. FedEx, in a statement to Fox News Digital, said the flight was on its way to Indianapolis when the strike occurred. FedEx Flight 3609 from Newark to Indianapolis experienced a bird strike during takeoff. That is according...
Yeah, Trump needs to deport that bird to its nest, man. Yeah, he has to do that right now. But no, listen, jokes aside, thankfully, nobody lost their life. And all is good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just making jokes right now, because, yeah, nothing bad happened. And they really did prevent a disaster. I want to show you this next clip. This was a bigger disaster that was prevented, because this was gonna be insanely yeah, we'll get to it. Wait for it.
To the statement, our crew declared an emergency and returned safely to Newark. We are thankful for the quick actions of our crew and first responders.
Shout out
the
to
FAA
them.
confirmed the flight landed safely after striking a bird while departing the airport. and the agency said it will investigate the incident. Again, a full investigation will be underway, but there is so much to this situation, and of course this comes as we've seen several air-related disasters that have happened over the past several.
Yeah, right, like Philadelphia crash, right? We had the Alaska plane missing, and then we found out that it was crash. We also had the Black Hawk, I'm not saying BBC, I'm saying Black Hawk, as in H-A-W-K. Guys, come on, get it together, man, get it together, okay? Come on, man. And we had the Toronto plane crash, we had the Japanese airline or South Korean. I lost count, and somebody else, oh shit, oh man, my bad, bro, like that kind of scared the hell out of me, man. Okay, I gotta lower the volume. Yeah, so somebody else recorded this from a different angle, and yeah, holy, I hope that bird is safe, man. Poor bird, I don't think he's safe. But here's the thing, man, if you're waiting for your package, you have to wait a little longer, man. I'm sorry, guys. You have to wait a little longer. And yeah, you better ask for a refund too, because they're probably like overnight delivery, next day delivery. Get on with that, man. Yeah, those people ain't gonna get the next day delivery after this one, bruh. Now let me actually show you guys this, oh man. Like Delta, bro. Delta got this all wrong, bruh. Delta, Yeltsin has got this all wrong, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you do not land the... If you do not land the flight safely, you cannot show your BBL progress, man. Delta got this all wrong, bruh. But I want to show you guys this video. So this happened at a Chicago airport, near collision between Southwest Jet private plane in Chicago. Take a look at this. Roll it.
And you can see in the video from plane spotters here, was coming into land on Midway's 3-1 Center. Very busy airport, huge hub for Southwest Airlines. This is what's called a go-around or an aborted landing. You may have experienced this on a commercial flight. Usually pilots do this when the approach is unstable or there's wind or there's wind shear. In this case, this is called a runway incursion, meaning an airplane on the runway where there shouldn't be. That's the private jet.
Yeah, look at that twat, bro. Come on, bro. What the hell, man? Why are you coming in front of me?
The Challenger 350 there, taxiing out in front of this flight. The crew artfully of the Southwest flight does a go-around, pitches up, and climbs back into the air to come back around for a successful landing. Obviously, nobody hurt in this, but this is a narrative, just one more example in a narrative of incidents that we have seen since the start of 2023. And the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, has investigated a significant number of these incidents that came within very close, we're talking feet away from a possible collision. JFK, Austin, Boston, Burbank, the list really goes on. Seems likely that this would end up not only under FAA investigation, but also under...
Bro, pump the brakes, son. Pump the brakes, son. what you doing right there, bro? Yeah, man, you need to have your... Bro, like... but of course, I'm joking around. I'm exaggerating. Of course, it's probably the ATC fault, right? The pilot was probably given a go-ahead. Both of these pilots, most probably. I'm not a pilot, but I'm assuming that if you're a pilot, let me know. Maybe this pilot is really at fault, but based off of my very limited knowledge, I don't think he is, but I could be wrong, for sure.
Their NTSB investigation, because the alarm bells have been there for a long time. Why are airplanes able to get so close to each other when air traffic controllers are responsible for keeping the runway safe and clear? There are a lot of factors here, and of course we're still at the very, very early stages of this, so don't want to speculate. Although you have to talk about this while mentioning air traffic controllers are under an incredible amount of stress right now.
True.
You have to connect it back to the big story. DOJ is making cuts at the FAA right now, and also FAA controllers just had to essentially justify their jobs with 5 bullet points to Elon Musk. 10,000 of them responsible for controlling the airspace in the national airspace system, and many of them are working mandatory 6-day weeks of 10-hour shifts. We're talking mandatory overtime. The Southwest crew did the right thing here. People ask me all the time, why is there a go-around? This was the right call. You can always go around and fly back into the air and come back around and try another lane.
Yeah, this pilot needs a 200% raise on his paycheck immediately. That's an order. That's an order. Yeah, bro, like, this pilot's a hero, bro. This pilot's a hero. This pilot, on the other hand, probably not. At first, I called this pilot a hero because I thought that, it was like a bigger situation where the pilot tried to safe land and all that, but then we quickly learned that the pilot actually crash-landed the plane. The crash landed the plane. So yeah, the plane was descending very, very safely, but then it was miscalculation and all that. I mean, human error can obviously happen, even if you're skilled or not skilled. Human error can happen even to the people, or the pilots in this case, that are skilled pilot. It can happen. Human error can happen, right? Respectfully, it can happen. But in this situation, what we're learning is that Delta let a new female pilot run it. You know what I'm saying? And females can fly planes, though. But bro, like, new female pilot, and when your motto is all about, hey, unmanned flights, they're like really being sexist out here. Like, when you have an unmanned flight crew, like, okay, yeah, cool, I get it, like, inclusivity, safe spaces for females, I'm all up for that. But bro, like, in life and death situation, bro, think about it this way. If you're watching this video, whether you're a female or a male, right, like, guys, it ain't even about that. You're a passenger on a plane, okay? Whether you're a female or a man, if you're a passenger, you want to land safely, right? Like, guys, come on. You want to land safely, right? Would you feel safe if they let somebody that is busy making a TikTok video showing their BBL progress and that is new to the job, hey, yay, right? Like, bro, like, damn, you know, have at least a skilled pilot alongside a new pilot, because then, you know, the new pilot is gonna learn from the skilled pilot. And of course, right, even a new pilot, they have accrued hours. I'm certain they have accrued hundreds of hours before they ever fly a commercial plane. But still, when you do this crap, I mean, you know, this is what the Twitter detectives started finding out on their website and their promos and all that, right? And yeah, right. So of course, bro. I think inclusivity for the sake of inclusivity in life and that situation should not be allowed. Other than that, okay, you want to have inclusivity, you want to have safe spaces, you want to have your community, yeah, cool. But in life and that situation, you should reward merit, regardless of a person's gender, regardless of the person color, ethnicity. Bro, if you're a man, female, black, white, purple, brown, whoever you identify as, don't even matter. If you're skilled, you can handle the pressure. But you cannot handle the pressure. If you can't handle the pressure and you're good at what you do, you should be allowed to fly the plane and or whatever job that is life and death. You know what I mean? Simple as that. Like the video if you agree. Dislike if you disagree. Feel free to dislike if you disagree, guys. But
I think the big question is, why did that private jet enter onto that runway when this passenger jet, the Southwest flight, was moments away from landing? Very scary.
Yeah, that looked like very quick thinking by that Southwest pilot. Thank you so much for bringing that to us, Pete. You know, we were just talking about, I think you were mentioning it, Abby, about just the anxiety in this country. And if you just take...
And as simple as that, bro. Like, if you can take a bus or train, bruh, take it, bro. If you're in the US, you're trying to fly somewhere in the US. Now, I get it. Like, everybody's means are different. And yeah, maybe you need to be somewhere tomorrow and you need to take a flight. I get it, bro. I understand, bro. I understand. But if you can avoid it, avoid it for now, okay? It seems like that there's way too much going on and there's a whole lot of pressure. Shout out to people that are working at the ATC. Shout out to the pilots out there. Shout out to the first responders and shout out to everybody that's dealing with this. But seriously, right now, if you can avoid it, especially in the US, especially flying in the US, avoid it, dog. Avoid it, bro. Like, take a drive, okay? Take an Uber, even if it's, bro, even spend an extra $1,000 if you have to, because you can always make it back, okay? If you want to be somewhere tomorrow, I get it, but if you can avoid it, be there after tomorrow, okay? Because if you take the plane, you may not be there tomorrow, okay? Simple as that, bro. Simple as that, okay? I'm just saying, of course, flying is the most safest way, but right now, it's certainly not feeling that way, at least right now.
Take air travel as one example. And the idea that people are afraid and connecting it back to the chaos, just the FAA, for example, and the cuts of the FAA and the fears of the FAA. Okay. And this is one of those classic government agencies that is supposed to be there for one reason and one reason only, to make us all safe when we fly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Texan and I've flown Southwest many times, and Midway is their hub airport. So I can I've gone through there many times, and I know that I can put myself in that empathy. And I think my mother's asked me to reconsider flying, and when mothers across America are making those comments.
I mean, mama's right. Mama's right. Shout out to mama. Mom! You don't need to. Mom, you don't need to get the camera. We're not checking out a UFO video right now. But next time when we do UFO videos, you better get the camera. You better get the camera, Mom.
Kids, that's going to have an economic effect.
Yeah, I was just flying with my family for my son's winter break, and I have extreme anxiety, so this is what I do all the time anyway. But I was for sure thinking about the latest incidents, because it's not one, it's not two. There have been multiple incidents like this where near misses, and in some cases some fatalities. And these are still anecdotes. Yeah. And flying is still very safe, but it's really hard not to get in your head about.
You have data.
Yeah, I would just say that, you know, if you look at the NTSB data from January, in fact, it was the safest January on record when you combine both general and, of course, commercial aviation. But the bottom line is, I'm still freaked out as well.
And guys, did you see this video here? Apparently, they caught an alien-looking creature on camera. Click on this video on the screen, and I'll see you right there. Check it out.